videos to make her tired, one of the things that we try to use to pent up her energy. Absolutely, Rucha, that is the perfect thing to do. I'm going to come to that. That definitely helps for the physical exercise. Hi, Priyanka, as I don't have a dog, is it possible if I visit the dog hostel and spend some time with the dogs and later on I can think of having one of myself? Absolutely, Sanjali, you can. You definitely can come and you can visit our place. We do these sessions like animal assisted activities where you can come and spend time with our dogs. And definitely before you get a dog, because we do a lot of pre-pet counseling as well, in which we are going to guide you throughout to understand whether you really even want a dog, because a lot of times people think they want to get a dog, but by the time they do this pre-pet consult with us and we show them the entire picture, what it's going to be like for the next 15 years of their life, they suddenly don't want to get a dog. Or once we decide that you want a dog, and then we can help you select a breed, select a breeder, because all of that is going to be very important. It makes your life much, much easier once you do that. What is happening? Yeah, okay. Monica is saying that, like I said earlier, Pablo is growling a lot at us. He would not do this before lockdown. Pablo does not even seem interested in playing now. Okay. Right. So, Monica, what happens is the growling part we're going to get at. If you can really send me videos of what is happening, because I have seen him personally. So I know that he does show a lot of different reasons for his aggression. Okay, it's not really one. If he's not interested in playing, there can be multiple reasons. Knowing him, it can either be that one, if you've suddenly become too strict with him as well, a lot of dogs will avoid playing because then you're not an equal partner, right? Like, see, for example, when I'll give you an example. For example, if you're watching a match, like say you're watching an India-Pakistan match, and right from the beginning, you know that, okay, India is going to lose today. Yeah, you just know that, okay, Pakistan is just playing so much better and India is going to lose. Do you think you will really continue watching the match? You won't, because you anyway know that, right? Now, because of this, what happens is, if you are being that kind of a competitor to your dog, where your dog just feels that, nahi yaar, boss, she's too bossy and obviously she's going to win and obviously she gets the toy in the end and I don't get to have anything in the end, he's not going to want to play. At the same time, don't be a limbo timbo in playing. Yeah, don't be like one of those boring people, or just don't play for the sake of it. Yeah, enjoy play. I'm going to show you a demo of playing as well. I think Abhijit will play with Phoebe in some time and he'll show you. Enjoy it. See, dogs know when you're faking it. The reason why we say they have the sixth sense is because they know, right? So don't fake it. If you feel like playing, play. See, there are times when I'm not feeling well or I'm not in the best of moods, I will not play. Yeah, so we'll have to check. We'll have to check if it's any of those things as well. Veena whines from 6 a.m. in the crate and doesn't let us sleep as whining turns into request barking. What to do? Rucha, I can't even imagine you're asking me this question here. Like, really. Okay, so that is, I'm going to come to that. You just wait now for the crying in the crate part. But I'm going to go back to what we were discussing, basically about why do you think your dogs are not getting tired? So even if this is one of the reasons that you think that, okay, she starts crying and she starts whining, or the dog who Shashank said that his dog, what she used to do is she used to take things and, she will start chasing around in the house. She will start running around and looking at the owner that, okay, are you coming back, and chasing, or the minute the owner is sitting down to work, the dog who starts jumping on them. See, okay, so now let's understand that all of these things which are happening, I will help you, Rucha, wait. So, what happens is, see, all of these things which we are talking about, or even this barking for that matter, what Zeena is doing at 6 a.m. See, Zeena stays with us a lot of times. And trust me, she does not do this over here. She stays in her crate over here as well. So, obviously, now tell me, if the same dog, the same crate, or sometimes a different crate is behaving differently in two places, the reason why that is happening is obviously the consequence that the dog is getting after that, right? Now, what happens here is, a lot of times if a dog has to do this, like if Zeena has to, maybe she's even tried to cry for all you know, but Abhijit and I both are going to fully ignore her. Like, ignorance is bliss. We just will not pay attention. I know. See, what happens with you guys is, I know you're a little worried that you're staying in an apartment. Will you disturb neighbors? what will people say? It is 6 a.m. in the morning, you know, my dog is continuously barking. But just do it once. I would tell you, just do it one day. Just trust me, one day don't get up. Like, put your earplugs and go to sleep. And a dog like Xena, I can guarantee you she's going to get it. And she will not try that stunt the second day. But a dog like Xena will try it the 5th day. Now, what you need to do is remember on the 5th day to still not do it. To still not get up. Still ignore her. But when you consistently do this, she just gets nothing. You don't need to do anything. See, sometimes even shouting at them, getting up and saying no, it's negative attention for them. And that seems to work. Like the dog who I was telling you right now, who started jumping on them. Like she's literally sent me videos of these things. But the minute they sit down to work, the dog used to come and he used to jump. Like he used to be lying down, sleeping all this while. And the minute they start working, he used to start jumping on them. I just told them, ignore. Just ignore. Like the dog does not exist. By ignore, I mean no touching, no looking, no talking to them. No talking about them also. It can't be that, okay, I'm looking at you and talking, but then I'm continually at the corner of my, okay, what is he doing? Okay, what is he doing? Okay, let me just put my one hand on him so he will be quiet. Or, okay, listen, Abhijit, can you just check what is he doing? None of that. Ignore means ignore. There is no dog in your house. Yeah? And when they started doing this with their dog, trust me, it helped. It's hardly been any time now that, you know, the dog is doing this. They are able to work peacefully. Right? Even there was another case, what happened the other days. I've been doing online sessions now, obviously, for even puppy training and everything. So there was a Labrador, I think this one, Zara's people, I think you guys might be knowing about it. Hazel, in your society, she stays. So she was on a video call with me. We were doing a training session, and after that, at around, I think it was 9 p.m. or something, and she said that, okay, I better go and feed her because she started barking now. It's her meal time. And I said, what do you mean she started barking? No, she knows her meal time, and now I have to go feed her. I said, no, nothing doing. I said, you will not feed her. I said, let her bark, let her do whatever she wants. I said, if you feed her for the next 1 hour, you're not going to feed her. I said, if you feed her, I will not train your dog. And trust me, I think in 10 minutes, the dog was fine. Like, it was very difficult for the owner. See, lots of times, you guys, obviously, you know, you love your dogs. And sometimes this love goes overboard. And she was feeling so guilty. Like, she's telling me, no, she's talking to me on the video call. She's like, no, she's outside my door now. Now she's scratching on the door. She's really hungry. I said, nothing doing. I said, do we eat exactly at 9 p.m.? Why should our dog get those such liberties? It's not needed. And trust me, it is not cruel. Trust me, it is not that you don't love your dogs, but it's just normal. We sometimes eat at 9, we sometimes eat at 8, we sometimes might eat at 10. Similarly, your dog could wait, and it worked. She just had to ignore. At the end of which, I think at 11 o'clock, she sent me a video of her dog quietly sitting outside the kitchen, and then she went and got the food out and she fed. And it worked perfectly fine. Ever since that day, no barking for food. Just one day that owner had to swallow her guilt. Like, she kept sending me so many messages. Like, I can send you guys screenshots of that I'm feeling so guilty. What do I do? And I was just there with her. And we are going to be there with you guys. See, any of these things you find difficult to follow, message me, message Abhijit. We are going to continuously be there with you guys on call, message to guide you through this. Because I know some of these things are difficult to do. Will really need earplugs for a while as sleep goes for a toss after the whining. I can imagine, of course, yeah. So please do that, yes. Just one day, just do earplugs and it's definitely going to be better. Rucha, I promise. Like, because Xena is someone who we really know so well that there is no way that, you know, I know that she's going to learn very quickly. Maya is lacking her regular walks due to lockdown. We used to play with her inside home, but these playtimes are not enough to tire her. She doesn't disturb at all during work. Hi, Amrita. Okay, so that's good that she's not troubling you during work. She seems to be a sensible girl. But what we'll do is you need to send me videos of how you are playing with her because we're going to come to the playing also a little bit more in the later half. I need you to really be able to tire her out correctly. See, lots of times people tell me that yes, they're playing or they are going for walks. Even walks, when people used to go for normal walks, they come back from a walk and they used to tell me that no, my dog is still not tired. The reason is, of course, there has to be a particular way to work. You have to just work smart. You don't need a lot of time. Like I'm going to show you with Captain also in some time. He's a pit bull, but in 5 to 10 minutes tops, I can fully have him at least half tired, and then the remaining little bit time of play. Yeah. Okay, so that was one thing that, why we think, yeah, please try. Why we think that, our dogs are not getting tired one was attention seeking, for which you need to obviously ignore. The second thing what Shashank actually said in the beginning is that his dog, who she picks up things and she tries to get to him. Now understand what that behavior is. That behavior is basically, it just means that a dog wants to play with you. Yeah. She's just trying to engage you into something. Like for example, if you and I are sitting together, if I'm getting bored, I can tell Abhijit that, okay, come now, let's go out. I'm getting really bored. But how will a dog tell you that? And some dogs, obviously puppies who don't even know this, they start biting. But some dogs like Shashank's dog, she kind of knows by now, what needs to be done. So she picks up a toy. Now for her, see, a dog does not know a toy means what you get in a pet shop. For them, anything that they can take in their mouth and throw and that they can catch or they can pull and the owner pulls, that becomes a toy for them. So that is the reason why she's doing this behavior. She's trying to play with you. Yeah. So what I would do in that situation, Shashank, is that don't shout at her. See, what you normally would do is the minute your dog takes something in the mouth, the entire household is running behind them. Yeah, you start going behind her and you're trying to chase her down and all of that. So don't do that. Instead, you call the dog back to you. Yeah, always call the dog back to you. As soon as she comes back to you, then do a drop and then praise her for the drop. If you don't know the drop command still, then obviously you have to learn it. Like you have to teach your dog the drop command. But the only way to do this is recall and then a drop. No need to chase her down. Yeah, with whenever she picks up something. And of course, if it is playtime, then you can obviously engage in the game. See, you don't have to always be the master of your dog. You have to be the best friend. Right? Like when we man's best friend, you really treat your dogs like that. So for example, what I would do is a lot of times Phoebe, a retriever, she does this. Okay, she is up to a lot of mischief. Okay, she is that cute little brat in this house. So every single time she's around, and if probably I'm cooking, I'm doing something, she'll pick up something, she'll get to me, and then she'll drop it at my feet, and she'll keep looking at me. She keeps doing this, and she will keep at it. Now, someone like me, I don't even shout at her for this. I just find it cute. Okay, because it's just adorable the way she does it. So right or wrong is something you have to decide. If you think some behavior is okay, let it be. Like no trainer can tell you that, okay, why is this right or why is this wrong? Have fun with your dogs and be easy. Be easy on them, be easy on yourself. Sometimes, owners are very hard on themselves. Yeah. Playing tug of war, fetching ball and toys. Perfect. Tug of war, also send me videos of both these things, Amrita, please. So we can make it a little bit more challenging. See, tug of war is a game where you can make it very, very, very challenging. Sometimes it's not just about the strength that you put in tug of war. You can do a lot of small changes in it to make it a little bit more challenging.